I'd like to highlight a segment of the Huberman Lab podcast that Brett Contreras was on. And I'm going to play this clip to voice disagreement with the idea, because I think this topic is very important and consequential.
How do I flex my lats? How do I flex if you can't flex your muscles, how can you flex your muscles against resistance? Like,
super important point.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just going to highlight it. I'm interrupting you to highlight that. If you can't contract a muscle without a weight in your hand or on your back or whatever it is, you're not going to be able to properly train that muscle.
So this idea is really interesting, and bodybuilders have said this for years, but I'm going to disagree with it, and here's why. In my opinion, muscle contraction is actually a response that your brain generates based on the position that your body is in and the forces that your body has to deal with. In other words, contraction occurs as a consequence of the forces of the external world. And that's what you go to the gym to do. You go to the gym to impose force on your body so that specific muscles can respond and grow and get stronger. And if you take this approach of, I'm going to learn how to really squeeze the muscle on my own first, what you are teaching the body to do is to create resistance against itself. So let me give you a quick example. If I wanted to train my triceps and contract my triceps, the only way to contract my triceps without any load is to squeeze it as hard as I can. And what that does is it actually activates muscles on the front side of the elbow, like the biceps and the other elbow flexors. Why? Well, because if there's no resistance against you extending or straightening your elbow, you have to create it on your own. In the same way, if you make a muscle like this and you squeeze your biceps, you'll notice if you poke your triceps, they're actually kind of hard. This is because in order to contract your biceps, your triceps need to pull on the other side of the elbow to give the biceps something to pull against. But when you go to the gym to lift weights, you can simply just put a cable in your hand and start doing curls or start doing triceps extensions. And rather than having to create the resistance on your own within your own body, you're actually just fighting the external resistance. So watch what happens the next time you go to train biceps and you do curls. You will feel your triceps are relaxed, and that's what you want out of that movement. That's what makes it more efficient and more specific to the target muscle. So there can absolutely be value to learning how to be in your body. That's obviously an important skill when it comes to lifting. My contention is that we should learn how to be in our bodies by choosing the right exercises for the target muscle group. And rather than trying to impose this kind of self-resistance and then go to lift weights, we should actually learn how to feel the right muscles that we're trying to target in the context of the weight room, because that will not only actually make it easier to find and feel the target muscle, but it'll be more productive ultimately for the target muscle, because as you're going through the curl or the triceps extension, you're not having to create this kind of internal resistance, you're just fighting the load that you're using. So anyway, what do you think? What's your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments below.